Hey there, YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a video on a bad governor gear on my 78 Chevy K10 for a turbo 350. A lot of this might apply to a turbo 400 as well, and I'm going to run you through what happened. First off, I've never had any transmission problems with my truck at all. Coming home from a friend's house, got stopped at a light, shifted through the gears fine, got stopped at another light, and wouldn't come out of first gear, just like that. Never experienced anything like it before. So I went ahead and the first thing I went after here was this vacuum modulator. And what this does is it has a vacuum line that plugs in here, comes from your manifold, and this plugs into your valve body and allows, through vacuum, to shift from first to second, second to third. Now, I'm going to take you on the side of the truck here, where this is located on the passenger side, and it goes into the valve body, and it's pretty accessible, especially if you have a two-wheel drive. It's right up here. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Right up here, and it gets held on by a bracket. And what you do is you just loosen that bracket from up above, and you slide this out. Undo the hose, of course. Slide it out. Now, there's a couple things you want to pay attention to while doing this. I'll come back here and show you guys. Now, there's an O-ring here at the end. You want to make sure that O-ring comes out with this and doesn't get stuck in the valve body, because that'll cause a problem as well. Okay, I installed that. This was a $20 part at the AutoZone, and this one's actually an adjustable vacuum modulator. There's usually two options. These fit a little bit better, and like I said, it's adjustable to when you want your shift points to be. Now, I installed this, took the truck for a test drive, still failed, wasn't shifting out of first gear. I still had first gear and reverse, okay? So I did some searching on the forums, and I was able to come across a problem here on the governor gear, which this here is the actual gear, and you see how it's hollowed out in the middle, like an apple core eaten? That's the gear that's been worn away. Now, this goes in the back of the transmission housing, and this is actually a weak point on the transmission designed to fail in the event of age or anything like that. Now, I'm going to show you where this is located as well. This is actually on the driver's side. Once again, pretty easy to access. I did this swap in about 15 minutes or so, and where it's at is, you can see this, this is a cover here, and there's a metal bracket that you got to pop that off first, then you pop the plate out, and a whole governor gear assembly will come out, and on the end of that assembly is where you'll find this plastic gear. I pulled it out, and as the internet said, it's going to be hollowed out, and sure thing, it was. So I talked to the local transmission shop up here. He had another gear. I bought the gear for $5. He installed it for, I think, $5 as well, so $10 out the door. Got that installed. You're going to get fluid that comes out. Don't be alarmed like that, because it's in the bottom portion of the transmission. You're going to get some fluid. So I installed this, and I ran it through the gears, shifted perfectly fine, no problems. I then went ahead and I changed my filter and my pan gasket. And just a word of advice, I went with a rubber gasket, which is much easier than the cork, and it was real easy to install. And I changed the fluid and shifted through all the gears without a problem. Now, surprisingly enough, the reason I'm trying to get this video on there, here, I'm going to move these into the sun so you guys can see them a little bit better. The reason I wanted to put this video on YouTube was because, surprisingly, how common the Turbo 350 is that Chevy used for so long, I couldn't find any videos about this governor gear failing. Now, I saw some videos about the vacuum modulator, and like I said, after that change out, it still wasn't working, so then I had to go to replacing the governor, and thank God it was. But I really wanted to stress to people that this is a simple problem where you can address these on your own and not have to take it to some shop, because what a shop's going to do is, even if this is the problem, they're going to tell you that they want to rebuild your transmission for several $100s. Not necessary. So take the precaution, spend the $30 plus the fluid, and give it a whirl on your own. But I want to get this out to you guys because I couldn't find any videos on this damn gear here. And if you guys have any comments or any questions, please feel free to put them on the comments, and I'll be checking this periodically to help you guys out. And once again, to go over the symptoms, never had a transmission problem. Out of nowhere, wouldn't shift out of first gear. I still had first in reverse, okay? And so, swapped this out, didn't change anything. Went ahead and put this gear in, shifted like it did before. Once again, go ahead and put your comments or questions on there. I'll be checking this. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck.